Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today on our Nature Sunshine IN.FORM Coaches webinar. We appreciate you being here and we look forward to providing you with some great information. I'm Jamie Womette and I'll be hosting today's webinar titled Presenting Your Products and Opportunity to Your Prospects. I'll be introducing our presenter here in just a moment. But first, just a couple of things. First, if you have a question or comment, please type them in and we'll be able to address some of them at the end of the webinar. Next, the slides have been made available to download. And lastly, please stay tuned for the whole webinar as we will also be going over some promotions at the end. Now, I would like to introduce our presenter today, someone probably already familiar to you. Rebecca Trevino is an IN.FORM success story, shedding 50 pounds and reducing her metabolic age from 78 to 24 years. That's impressive. Now, just 5 years later, she's training for her 6th marathon. Recently, Rebecca joined the Nature Sunshine staff as Director of Training and Development, combining her career in HR, training and development with her love of natural health. Take it away, Rebecca.
All right, thanks, Jamie. Hey, everybody. So glad to be part of this call with my fellow brothers and sisters in IN.FORM. Woo! So, yeah, IN.FORM changed my life, so I was, of course, very passionate about it and really excited that you're joining us today as we are continuing our Go Pro series. The sales team's been reading the Go Pro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional by Eric Worre. You'll see on the screen we've got the website up there. You can get the book from his website, and the great thing is he only charges shipping, which I think is $7. Otherwise, the book's free. So if you haven't gotten your copy yet, make sure that you do. So last month we talked about inviting prospects to understand your product or opportunity, and so this month we're talking about presenting your product or opportunity. Oh, please don't tell me I printed the wrong thing. Nope, this is the right one. Sorry, I've been working on about 3 of these. Forget which one I'm doing. So when you have people who you've already invited them to view your tool or a video or whatever, if they're reviewing it by themselves and you're not around, there's really nothing you can do. At this point, it's really about just follow up when you said you would. Remember, that fortune is in the follow-up. Now, if you're physically with them, there are some things you need to understand, and the biggest of them is you are not the issue. In his book, Go Pro, Eric Worre shares that early in his direct selling experience, he felt like he needed to be the expert. He learned everything good about the company, the products, the compensation plan, absolutely everything. And then he said he'd sit down with somebody and say, let me tell you about our company. Let me tell you about our products. Let me tell you about our compensation. And probably got the look of this woman that you see on the slide here. Unfortunately, the big problem with this approach is it doesn't really work so well if you want to build a large, successful organization. And there's 3 big problems with that. The first one is that no matter how much you learn, there will still be questions that you can't answer. And if you're presenting yourself as the expert and you get stumped, that might make the prospect question your whole opportunity or your products. The second problem is that most prospects know that you aren't an expert. So when you come to them and present yourself as an authority figure, they know it's not true, and it makes them more skeptical. And the third problem is even if you are an expert, other team members don't have that same desire or willingness to learn at the level that you did. So as a result, you become the go-to expert for everything. There's no way to create an organization that will duplicate with this approach. And without duplication, network marketing is just a job. So the network marketing pros never make themselves the issue. You don't present yourself as the expert. You act more like a consultant that connects people to tools, events, or other distributors and help you become educated. If the person has a question, you guide them to the answer, not provide the answer directly. It takes a long time for someone to become an expert. So to grow a team, you have to take a more simple approach. Eric calls this guiding. So for him, the guiding principle of network marketing is it doesn't matter what works, it only matters what duplicates. And I don't know about you all, I know I found this in my IN.FORM business, is that being in that training and development background, I was all about learning. I wanted to learn. I wanted to be the expert, and I set myself up as the expert, but people couldn't duplicate that. So I know for me, I went back and simplified things, followed the book, followed the plan so that anybody else could pick it up and do the same thing. So think about that in your own business. Can someone do what you're doing? I know a lot of folks love the old IN.FORM, and every so often I'll have someone contact me and say, hey, you got any old IN.FORM books? The problem with that is you can't duplicate because there aren't any old IN.FORM books. So whatever you do, make sure that it is duplicatable. So the pros use tools instead of their own wisdom. They use live events instead of their own presentations, things like our Super Saturdays. We've got a series coming up this summer. The pros use others to give facts instead of giving them themselves. They don't present themselves as experts. They just invite people to learn more, either about the product, the program, the opportunity, and then let those resources provide the information. The pros bring passion, enthusiasm, excitement, and belief. If you ever watch a pro at work, you'll see the fire in them that's contagious. So make passion, enthusiasm, excitement, and belief your priority, then invite professionally and let your resources do the rest. Of course, in addition to learning how to effectively present our products or our opportunities during your personal recruitment efforts, it's also important to learn how to present your opportunity to groups of people. Learning how to tell your story and effective testimonial is extremely valuable in building your business. People aren't interested in how much you know, but they are interested in your story. Now, you may recognize Dr. J here as he's speaking at a workshop at one of our conventions. He starts his talk with this brief story, and it's woven through all of the teaching that he provides. So what's your story? Do you have that ready to be able to tell people? So in Eric's book, he talks about the elements of a good story. It's your background, the things you didn't like about your background, how nature's sunshine came to your rescue, and then your results or how you feel about your future. Take time to create your story and then start telling it every chance that you get. Of course, after you create your personal story, the next step is to master our opportunity presentation. Eric talks about learning his company's opportunity presentation by modeling a top earner at his company. He actually recorded this guy doing his presentation and then transcribed it word for word. Then he recorded it in his own voice doing that same presentation. When he played it back, he said he was terrible. So he recorded it again and again until he felt like it was acceptable. And then he listened to it over and over again. He actually, this is going back a few years, but he put it on a cassette tape. And he listened to it in his car over and over again until it had it memorized, backwards and forwards. It provided him with great confidence, so he went from being afraid to do the presentation to actively looking for opportunities to give it. Now, to learn our opportunity presentation, you can go to the Nature Sunshine website and the Opportunity tab. From there, you can review the different business opportunities, either a network marketer, as a health practitioner, or with a retail store. Then customize that opportunity presentation to meet the audience for which you serve. Just as Eric did, listen to yourself over and over until you have it memorized, because then it's a great confidence builder. With all these steps to become a network marketing pro, you have to practice, practice, practice. This is what will give you the confidence to present Nature Sunshine products, our IN.FORM program, or our opportunity with anyone who might possibly be interested. I encourage you to listen to Eric's presentation. He references it on page 74 of his book, where he took that same presentation from years ago and what it sounds like, so you can get an idea for that for yourself. So a few things to remember is when you are prospecting, you are the messenger, not the message. So get yourself out of the way and use the tools that are available to you. On the IN.FORM page, we've got all these different tools that you can share with somebody about the IN.FORM program, both as a participant and then how it can be a business opportunity for someone as well. Learn to tell your story in a way that will make people more curious and want to hear more. And when it comes to presenting in front of a group of people, preparation is key. When you're prepared, it's fun. So that's GoPro skill number 3 from Eric Worre's book, Network Marketing Professional. Next month, we will talk about following up with prospects. And as you've heard before, the fortune is in the follow-up. So I hope that this helped you. Again, if you haven't gotten Eric's book yet, I know I've found it to be really good, to also be something that is very doable. It's not some, crazy things like you may have heard in some, network marketing things. It's very, very down to earth and actual ways that you can help to use this to tell people more about the IN.FORM program and how you could become a coach and support them, but also how you can get other people who may want to become Nature Sunshine managers under you as well. So thank you all so much. Jamie, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Hi there, Rebecca. Thank you so much for that. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So now's the time where we're going to take some questions. Feel free to type them in the questions box, and we'll do our best to answer them. Okay, so I see one question here. Rebecca, you had mentioned the pros use tools instead of their own wisdom. Can you give us a few examples? I know you mentioned one. Can you give us a few examples of some more tools that they can use?
Yeah, I think we've got a plethora, and we are building more resources through Nature Sunshine, whether that be directing them to, if you've got someone who's interested in the program, we've got the Nature Sunshine IN.FORM page, web page that you can direct someone to so they can learn more about IN.FORM. So it doesn't have to come from you. You can just point someone in that direction. That way, again, that's more duplicatable because anyone can give someone a website link to learn more about the program and the products that are part of IN.FORM. Directing someone to the opportunities page is also another tool that you can use. As we build up more of our resources online from webinars and such, that's also a way that you can show someone, hey, as an IN.FORM coach, we have these monthly webinars. Let me send you one that we had done, in the past. So using those kinds of tools are a way that you can introduce someone to IN.FORM and Nature Sunshine. Even some hard copy things, our little fold out that has Tammy on the cover is another tool that you can use to pass out to someone to learn about the IN.FORM program. Rather than you being able to spout it all, oh, IN.FORM does this and this and this, you can say, hey, here's our website, here's a brochure, and use those as tools to educate people about our product and about the opportunity of being a Nature Sunshine distributor.
Thank you for that, Rebecca. One more question on that. Would you use the same tools for somebody first being introduced to Inform versus somebody who has some familiarity with it?
It depends on their level of familiarity and maybe what you've directed them to before. If someone's sort of familiar, maybe they've seen that brochure before, then the second step may be to introduce them to the website, which has more information. Or pick one of the videos that we have out on our YouTube page that's about IN.FORM and send that to them. Actually, the next section of Eric Worre's book, The Next Skill, is about giving someone one tool at a time and how you can build from there. So it may be you hand them the brochure about IN.FORM and find out, hey, if you could take a look at that, can I touch base with you tomorrow and see what you thought about that? And then get some feedback from them. And then maybe you give them the link to the website, which there's tons of information on there. Maybe then it's pointing them to a YouTube video. So you don't just drop everything on them at once, but you kind of layer it on there and give them more opportunities to have interactions and learn more either about our program or our opportunity.
Awesome, thank you. I have another question. Someone had asked, you mentioned take time to create your story. How long should your story be? And could you touch on that a little bit more?
Yeah, I think you need to have different versions of your story. One should be just a teaser. Maybe it's 10 seconds about saying, yeah, in fact, I had this the other day. I went on a hike with some ladies and I mentioned about, wow, a few years ago, I wouldn't have been able to do this. I weighed 50 pounds more than I do now. And it kind of piqued their interest. It's like, okay, what'd you do? And then the next layer is more about, hey, I realized that I had become a couch potato and I couldn't enjoy the things that I used to do. And I decided to make a change. And I found this program that really fit with making a lifestyle transformation rather than just a temporary diet. And then maybe there's something that's a minute long. And then there's your full story. And again, it doesn't matter if you've reached where you ultimately want to be, you're on a journey. And your story can be where you eventually want to be and how far you've come so far. So I recommend people kind of making like a little 10-second, maybe a 30-second, something that's about a minute, and then more of a story that you would present in front of a group. Think about what you would present for if you want to do a health to home and use that as a way to introduce people and kind of as a funnel to get people into your IN.FORM group, or if you do one-on-one coaching, it's a way to network and meet some more people that you kind of give them that maybe 15, 30-minute presentation about IN.FORM and about Nature Sunshine, and that then is a feeder into your IN.FORM coaching business.
Wow, great insight. Thank you so much. Okay, so it looks like that is it for the questions for right now. Again, please feel free to send me more questions if you have them. Rebecca, would you mind advancing to the next slide? Thank you. So I'm just going to go over some healthier home with IN.FORM. So as you know, you have a gathering at your host's house. It's helpful if you have a bio tracker and some samples. And then you want to do a quick IN.FORM introduction. Health to your home hosting incentives. When you have 7 or more new people attending your gathering, your host will earn a free Prosper essential oil. As you can see, that's a $34 value. Prosper is one of my favorite essential oils. Your host will earn free products based on orders placed at your gathering. So if they have over $500 in sales, they're going to get 50 Sunshine points. That's $50 in free Nature Sunshine products. Over $1,000 in sales, you're going to get 125 Sunshine points. And over $1,500 in sales, you're going to get 200 sunshine points.
Woohoo! That sounds great. And again, you notice the asterisk up at the top there. New guests can only count towards no more than one party, but there's no limit on how many of these events you can host or present. So have as many as you like.
Yes, thank you. So Health to Your Home presenter incentives continue. So the presenter can earn 25 I-Inspire points for each event submitted. Over $500 in sales, you get 10 I-Inspire points. Over $1,000 in sales, you get 25 I-Inspire points. And over $1,500 in sales, you're going to get 50 I-Inspire points.
Yeah, so now is definitely the time to do some Health to Your Home events and use them as a feeder to get more people into your IN.FORM classes if you do them as the 13 weeks. If you coach one-on-one, it's a great way to introduce people to the IN.FORM program. And, you know, when you have your host, they oftentimes have a different network of people than you do. So that's how you expand your network, is meeting those people, then, you know, having that person host an event, and a great way to expand your network and just let people know what you do. You're educating them and letting them make the choice of, yeah, this is what I need, and get you a little further along in there. So definitely do those Health to Your Home, and also make sure that you are, when you do have one of those events, the way that you earn these I-Inspire points and these Sunshine Reward points for your host is to make sure that you submit your group. It doesn't just happen automatically. In the Health to Your Home section of the Nature Sunshine website, go to Members and then Health to Your Home. There is a form to fill out to submit your events that you have. So you've got to do that in order to get those incentives for both your host and also for you as the presenter. So make sure you go out to the Nature Sunshine website under Members and then Health to Your Home to submit each event that you have.
And don't forget to take a picture. We want to see all of your smiling faces.
Yes, definitely. And who knows, your picture may end up on the website on this presentation here, as you saw one of our groups that we showed. So, fantastic.
One other thing I wanted to add from the last slide is our qualification period has already started. So most of you know we're headed out to Costa Rica next year. It's going to be a really fabulous location. So just keep working on your Health to Your Homes, and who knows, maybe you could be sitting in the sun with us next year.
Definitely.
Okay, so you're going to want to, for your June, start your group promo. You're going to want to start a group with 5 or more people, and you're going to receive a $50 product credit. Earn additional product credit based on your group sales. So you have some goals. So if you start your group with 5 new participants, again, you're going to get that $50 product credit. If you reach $500 QV in weight management product sales in your group, you're going to get a $100 product credit. So if you do both those together, you're looking at $150 in total product credit. If you reach 1,000 QV in weight management product sales in your group, you get an additional $100 product credit. You could be looking at getting $250 in total product credit.
That is fantastic.
Yes, and then your promotion valid, and this should say June of 2018, not March. Sorry about that.
So yeah, so definitely start those groups. You know, one of the key things with IN.FORM is, yes, you can use it as a one-on-one coaching tool, but there's so much power in the group setting, that accountability to each other, as well as the social support that goes along with it. That's why in so many other different venues where they've used groups of people coming together who are on the same journey, you'll find that there's a lot more success when you have a group together supporting and encouraging each other versus one-on-one. So if you can, it's always good to do these as a group And that counts for virtual groups too. You know, not everybody has to come to one particular place. You can have people all across the country and do your group virtually as well. I know that the Facebook, I set up a private group with my classes, and they love that they would be able to talk to each other and support each other and give each other hints and tips and such. Even if they couldn't get together face to face. So definitely look at starting your groups in June. 250 product credit is pretty good. If you've got 5 people, $1,000 in the weight management product sales should not be a problem if they're truly following the IN.FORM program and using the IN.FORM product. So this is a great one. Make sure you take advantage of it. Jamie, do you have any more questions before we wrap up for today?
I think we're good for right now. Those were the main questions. There is one person on here who's having a little bit of trouble downloading the handouts and printing them. So those will also be available on our website for you to download. And feel free to message me privately at Jamie, that's J-A-M as in Mary, I-E-W, at natr.com. Should you not be able to download those, and I'll make sure you get them.
All righty. So thanks everyone for coming to the webinar this month. The next one is Tuesday, July 3rd at 11 Mountain Time. So hopefully you'll still be around the day before 4th of July.
And that is going to be with our wonderful Brian Wall. So you don't want to miss our next webinar. Rebecca, thank you so much for this webinar today. You're a plethora of information. And thank you to everybody for joining us today and for taking the time out of your day to learn. And we appreciate you, and Nature Sunshine appreciates you very much. And have a wonderful week.
Okay, great. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.